wellness. The older I grow, the older I grow, with every tick of the clock, while I wait for Mr. Opportunity to knock. Opportunity just knock. Opportunity, please knock. You don't.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dr. Duncan McCollum coming to you from KSCO, the most fantastic radio station around. I'm very happy to be here, and I have a friend of mine, Bill Fisher, here today. And we're going to talk about opportunity. So I thought, why not have none other than Oscar Brown lead us in with his song "Opportunity, Please Knock." So, Bill, welcome to the show. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why we're here?
Thank you very much, Doctor. Yeah, I've been an architect for a long time, and I love to be here in Santa Cruz, the most beautiful place in the world, in my opinion, and kind of set up shop locally, but we do work all over the place, all over the Western United States. And I gotta say that the key to my business, we're going to talk a bit about small business this morning, is that I've developed a crew of really wonderful, extremely talented people helping me do our work. And that's really the key to my business is really very, very talented young, well, to me, they're young, they're all like 40 years old. To me, that's young. People who have really been able to use extremely modern, interesting technology to design buildings all up and down the state. And locally, I know around here, one of the things we're seeing a lot of is accessory dwelling units, which are the backyard granny units people are familiar with. Currently, the state government has made it possible for anyone with a regular lot to build one of these units in their backyard with very little bureaucracy involved in making it happen. So we do a lot of those, as well as every other kind of build. But I just wanted to thank the doctor for giving me an opportunity to kind of present myself this morning.
Yeah, you're welcome. And what a change. I mean, I've lived in Santa Cruz since I was a kid. You know, we bought our house in 1968 in Seacliff. And you know, I also had a larger piece of property for a while, and taking a look at what's happened with the building codes throughout the time where it was almost impossible to get anything done. And the fact that they're opening up these, you know, the ability to have these ADUs all of a sudden is pretty remarkable.
It is remarkable because the typical person who has what they used to call an R1 lot, which is like a 5,000 square foot lot with a house on it and maybe a garage in the back, that was your whole thing. Now, believe it or not, you're able to have two homes on that piece of land, plus this additional accessory dwelling unit in the backyard, plus you can convert like a bedroom or something inside one of the main homes to make a fourth home. So I mean, it's very, very it's good. I find that a lot of people, they build these small units and when we say small, I'm talking like 1,000 square feet or 1,200 square feet. It's not all that small. A little home in the backyard, and a lot of the people, when they retire, they end up living in the accessory dwelling unit and then renting out the big front unit, maybe to a young family with lots of kids. So, you know, it's kind of good for everybody. I think it's a new revolution in housing and how we all enjoy Santa Cruz. I think it's very exciting.
That's pretty cool. You know, I didn't realize you could do all those up to 4 different things.
Amazing,
but
yeah,
that is amazing. And you know, because this is a beautiful place to live, no doubt. It's probably the most beautiful place on the planet. And, you know, I go over the hill for whatever reason, and it's like 10 degrees hotter over there. You know, I just can't see, how can people live in that kind of weather? I mean, I can't imagine living someplace humid, but you know, we have to pick, when you live in a town like this, it's really important that you're able to make it, you know, and
Yeah, that's the thing. It's, of course, with the cost of everything, it's very tough, especially for young families to come in and just be able to afford anything, just to live here is tough. Uh, so this is helping because, people can, rent out their garage, literally. You can take a garage, just a two-car garage, and for, not a heck of a lot of money, you can convert that in, move in a miniature little kitchenette unit and build a tiny little bathroom, and it's good for one or two people.
that's amazing.
And it's totally legal, and it's easy to do. You don't have to provide any additional parking places or anything. So we do a lot of those, and yeah, people love them.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, you know, the cost of living in this area and why you and I decided to be on the show is because, you know, business owners, if you're in business for yourself or you're involved in a local business that likes to grow, then there's opportunities. And that's one reason that I played the song by Oscar Brown, Opportunity Please Not, because you and I are both members of a group in Santa Cruz called Le Tip Santa Cruz. And we want to explain what that is and reach out to other business owners or people of, you know, some placement in a larger business that they want to expand in the community, contribute to the community, and actually work with a bunch of like-minded people that we meet once a week. So you said something to me. You were in the Capitola chapter for years, I believe.
Yes.
And it kind of went by the wayside with when COVID hit, right? But Santa Cruz, Le Tip, we were able to muscle it out, and we're here, and we're, you know, a lot of your group has come over to us. But why did you decide to come back and tell us a little bit of what it means to you?
Well, Le Tip, it's French, LE and then TIP, because we give each other business tips. That's where the name comes from. What it is, it's actually a group of like-minded business people from diverse businesses. Only one member from each category of business is allowed in a given Le Tip chapter. And we meet once a week. It's like a breakfast club, but it's strictly business. We meet early in the morning, 7 o'clock, and we exchange business tips with each other. And the interesting thing to me about it is I'll go to breakfast with 20 or 30 of fellow local business people, and there will be from diverse industries. So there'll be one lawyer, one accountant, one architect, one chiropractor, and so on. And I will be able to kind of learn about their various industries. And as each of us go through our week, we'll talk to people, and we'll hear someone say, "Oh, geez, I sure wish I could take care of my hurt back," you know. And I can say, "Well, hey, I know this fellow who can handle that."
Yeah, you say, look, I know somebody, I have breakfast with them every week. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
and-
it's like we were friends and
So
also
it
business.
is, it's like you, and because you get to know these people over years, we get to know each other, so it's almost like family.
Yeah,
And it's closer than just acquaintanceship that you have with some other business people. You really get to understand the intricacies of each other's businesses, so you're able to give people good recommendations for things. And it's a great opportunity for a small business. I mean, if I were coming to town, and I would definitely want to look up this Le Tip chapter, whatever it is, locally, and join, because you can make connections and business connections early. And I can't imagine not being in Le Tip. If no matter where I was stationed, I would be in the club.
yeah, you know, it opened in 1992, and I joined I was in the fourth meeting. And I was early on as a chiropractor then, and I had this patient, and I don't know what the heck ever happened to him. His name was Dan Stevens, and one day he came up and he said, you should go to this meeting, it's called La Tip. And I thought, what the heck, what do I have to lose? And we were meeting down at Holiday Inn on Ocean at the time. And I walked in and there were like 20 people there. And soon there were 60 people. And we broke up into 5 different chapters. But I noticed immediately that this was an opportunity that I knew I had to take advantage of. I was afraid I wasn't going to get in. And we've had, I don't know about your chapter earlier on, but there's many times we have speak-offs. Like one time, a very well-known, very successful landscape architect, 3 of them showed up and they had a speak-off and 1 joined, and he's so busy.
Because they all wanted that spot. They
Yeah.
wanted to join to get that one spot available for a landscape architect.
Yeah, and you and I both have brought a lot of people in the club, and I want to tell a couple interesting stories. There was a locksmith that I know, and I've known before I was a chiropractor. And when I found out about this, I talked to him about getting in the group, and it took me 10 years to convince him to join the group. And he became very, very successful, got some really busy opportunities, and he's since semi-retired now, and he still has those connections. And another one I'll tell you about is a painter that we had that his wife had come into my practice, and I told her about it, and they thought, just like this other guy did, they thought I was trying to get him into a network marketing thing. And it was really kind of funny because he wouldn't come because he was afraid of some weird organization. Well, they got in, became the largest green painting, house painting company in the area, and they're so busy. And so the only reason I tell that story is we're looking, and the reason you and I are here, we're looking for some people that want to grow their business and are serious, professional. And a lot of categories are filled. We have about 25 members, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, but we'll just name off some people that are some categories that we're interested in. And if you are, would like to find out more, you can go to our website. It's letipsantacruz.com, LETIP SantaCruz.com. Find out who's in the group. If your category isn't taken already, you can shoot an email to Eugene Track. He's there, or you can send an email to me or Bill, and we'll find out whether or not you'll be a good fit for the group.
I'd be happy to talk with you about one of the things that really I like about this club. We live in a world today where everything is digital, everything is online. We live on our phones. This is one, I think it's the only opportunity where people actually meet face to face.
Yeah.
It's the last chance to actually talk to people and shake their hands and look them in the eye. And it's a special thing. I look forward every Thursday morning to having our meeting.
Yeah,
It's fun.
I've been a member for over 30 years.
Yeah, I've been in there almost 20 years.
Yeah, and to me, and a lot of times it's not about the business. A lot of time, it's about the camaraderie.
So true.
I think I was telling MZ and a couple of guys out in the other room that when I was raising my family, I'd work, go home, and there were my kids. The only time during the week that I would be able to hang out with people, with grown-ups, would be at La Tip. And I loved going there because I could hang out with, people that were under the stresses of life, of raising a family, of running a business. Running a business is a challenge. And a lot of times you were talking about your staff and how amazing, or at least the people you work with and how amazing they are, and you're very lucky to have a good staff. And the definition of luck is where hard work and opportunity intersect.
Well, that's true.
And that's why you and I are here. We work hard. We've got great staff. We have very successful businesses. But we're looking around going, who else needs business? And we have so many people that need power partners. We need a contractor right now.
Yes.
A general contractor. And you're an architect.
Right.
We do have a couple, we have an electrician in the group. The largest, without a doubt, the largest plumbing company in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
The number 1 realtor in town.
Yes.
And so it's not like this mamby-pamby organization. These are some of the biggest movers in the area.
Yeah.
And if you're interested in, coming in and serious about, you know, riding the tide, then this group would be something that could make a huge difference for you and your family.
I know in the last week, I've received tips from several of the groups and for good jobs, and I'm gonna go help, help some people locally, and they don't have to be totally local. I mean, we all work over the hill too and all over the place, so. Yeah, general contractor, that's a good one we need. The other ones that I've been thinking about that we don't really have are like gymnasiums and
Yeah.
health oriented, and also beauty,
Right.
the whole beauty industry. We don't really have a lot of those members. And I've been looking into that, and gosh, there's a lot of people do nails and people do hair and people do skin and.
Yeah, health, you know, there's an acupuncturist and myself in the group.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're busy, and I'll tell you, another guy that I actually got into the group was a window washer way back then, and he actually, no, way
Oh,
before him.
yeah.
And he actually grew so big that he's, you know, he's all over the hill now. He does high rises. He left the group. And then there's been another guy that came in that's so busy that he just couldn't
I
come to the
noticed
meetings.
that in our Capitola chapter, we would get people that would come in and they'd be a 1 or 2 person business when they joined, and then 10 years later, they have 50 people and 10 trucks, and it's just it's a kind of a group that allows you to grow if you're interested. And I don't ever want to leave the tip, just
Yeah.
because it's such a valuable way for me to these are people I trust. When, for instance, one of our fellows in the tip is named Greg Jackson. He's probably the best landscape contractor I have ever worked with. He is a magician when it comes to anything that is green and grows in the ground. He can handle it. And boy, I would give him, I would never hesitate to recommend him for anything. He's great. And I wouldn't have learned about him or learned about his business had I not been in the tip. And it was really a wonderful thing,
Yeah, you know, I mean, we have, I'm sure we're fine mentioning some of the people in the group. Any of them, you know, we have Santa Cruz TV, which is now, they've changed their name, and his family's been in this business for
Greg,
many
I don't
years.
know if local people have driven up and down Soquel Avenue over the years, but you've always seen Santa Cruz radio and TV right there where it all kind of comes together in the middle of Santa Cruz. And this guy Greg is a master. I had him come into my home and set up a full home theater system, and he just, again, he's a magician too. He can do anything. He's doing an interesting thing right now. He's converting his business over to fully mobile.
Yeah,
So he's got a couple of trucks full of stuff and tools and equipment, stuff like that. And so he can really react quickly. So if you have any need for anything having to do with your TV or computer, anything electronic, anything that uses a wire in your home, you call Greg.
yeah,
And he can take care of you.
yeah, and he'll do anything from multi-million-dollar houses sitting on a cliff.
Yep.
To, 100,000, 1,000 square foot house that needs something, and he's a great guy too, and local. So I want to say something, because you mentioned that people come in and they grow and they become really big. You don't have to choose to do that either. Like, there's a lot of people in the group that are just humbly busy.
Yes.
And they're doing what they want to do.
That's right.
And you can find yourself. I remember the first meeting I went to, and I had to get up and talk for 10 seconds about my business. It scared the heck out of me. And, luckily I stuck with it. And, now I've been on the radio for 5 years here. So that
We can't shut you off.
That's true. You can't. People are goal oriented, and when they really stand behind their product. I mean, Bellows Plumbing, you see their trucks everywhere. They're part of the group. And the reason that you and I are here is because we want more people that we can work with, that we can reach out and go, I need your service, and I know you, I have breakfast with you every week, and I know that I can trust you. How often do any of you listeners out there go, I want to get somebody to work on my house, or I want to go to a chiropractor or an acupuncturist or somebody to design my ADU, or get signs painted on my car. I mean, the guy that paints all of Bella's trucks is there, Jay Hoffman.
Yeah, Jay is a very interesting fellow. I mean, his whole life has been involved in graphics and arts. And he showed literally his artwork, aside from his business of doing large graphics for all kinds of businesses and on the sides of trucks and all that stuff. Just personally, as a visual artist, the guy's incredible.
Yeah.
And so his business is actually doing this on the side of your business, if you need some kind of sign work, or on the side of a vehicle or something.
Or banners.
A banner, but you're getting it from like Vincent Van Gogh of Santa Cruz. I mean, the guy's incredible. And that's kind of the part of the beauty of this group is for some reason, I don't know, we get pretty high level people in this club. So yeah, I'm very proud of being in the group.
Yeah. Who else we have? Steve Manville, the insurance agent, second generation farmers. I mean, what a great opportunity. But here's the thing. We have an attorney in the group, and what's really cool is when you go to breakfast and you have a question, it might be a situation or problem you have, either legally, plumbing wise, construction wise, some rodent under your house or whatever. You can just say, hey Bill, I have a question. I'm thinking of doing this to my, this part of my house. Do I need to get a permit for that? Am I okay? And Bill will sit there and talk to me as a friend and go, no, you don't need that. Or yeah, you should.
It's like family. It really is. And
it's like having a friend in the diamond business, although we don't have a jeweler, and we could use a jeweler.
We don't, that's right, we do not have a jeweler.
A florist, we had Ferrari's florist for years.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they're open anymore.
They are actually, they're very good florists, but they're not in the group. Well, I think I'll go talk to them. They're over by my office. I have an office over by the Sash Mill.
Oh, okay.
Over to Ferrari and see if they want to join. But they were in for 4 years. But they sold and went through some changes in their business, and they didn't maintain the membership when they sold out. So I should talk to the new owners.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, is where I sit, we have one of the best mortgage brokers in town.
Boy, that's for sure.
Noel McCord, and he can get you loans anywhere in the country. He's honest, he's straightforward, he can get stuff when nothing happened, nobody gets things through. Lauren Spencer, the realtor in the organization, says that he'll get deals through when other ones fall down. So, we're there. We have a great group, and I'm just happy to be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
Advanced Blind and Shade. It's been in the group since the beginning.
Most everybody in the city have heard of Advanced Blind and Shade in SoCal, right on 41st Avenue. They make the product there close by, and it's family business, and they've been involved. I think it's family business.
Yeah,
it's very cool. But they've done work for my family over the years. For the last 20 years, we bought all of our stuff from them, and they're right there. I mean, they're part of our family now because we're all in the little tip group together.
And they were one of the first members back 30 years ago, but they were called ABC, then Advanced Blind Cleaning. And you may not know this, they went around with a truck that had a bubbling vibrator, and they would clean their blinds for you. And they've grown and grown and grown, and now it's just fantastic business, and they've been a staple in our group ever since.
So it's a bubbling vibrator on the back of their truck. Sounds like it'd be fun just to take a bath in the back of their truck.
No, that's John Roddick with APPI Pool and Spa.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, if you need your pools handled by a professional, or you need saunas, jacuzzis, John Roddick and APPI.
John Roddick, he is definitely worth mentioning.
Yeah,
he's been here for years.
Yeah,
and this guy is. If there's anything that has water in it, you need to talk to John. He can have like any kind of jacuzzi but his specialty is big swimming pools of all kinds. I also learned recently he's a champion water skier.
Yeah,
it's interesting in a group like this, you not only learn about their business, but you learn a bit about them personally.
Yeah.
And it's fun and, you get, I mean, when you know your business connection people on a personal level, it's an additional dimension because you're able to really recommend people that you really understand their businesses. You understand what they can do, what they can't do, perhaps. I mean, you're able to really recommend, people. So yeah, it's been a good club for me.
Yeah, and even if, a lot of times if we ask a question of one of us, they'll say, no, I'm not the best guy for that, go to this person.
Yeah.
And
Hall
Holland
and
Woolley,
great story.
Holland Wooley's business.
Yes.
He goes out and cleans up any messes anywhere. And it's amazing. We have so many great people. So you out there that aren't business owners, that are consumers, heck, if you need anything and you want some references on where to go, just go to our website, Tip Santa Cruz.
When you're talking about, I've gotta talk about Lambert Roofing.
Yeah, Bill Lambert.
Bill Lambert is one of our, I know he advertises on KSCO.
Mhm.
I had a little piano I needed moved. And I had his guys come out and move this piano. And it was a small piano, and they took literally a half an hour before they put it on the truck, just protecting the piano. And they wrapped it like 6 ways to Sunday with all the different kinds of plastic tarps and ropes and stuff to protect the piano. And then they carefully lifted, and the crew that was doing that, they didn't know that I was friends with Bill Lambert. I was just a customer as far as these 2 guys that came. But so I suspect that they give this kind of treatment to all of their customers. And they took it to where I needed it, and they took the same care in delivering it and putting it in place. And boy, I'm a Lambert customer through and through now. I can't say enough good things about that company.
Yeah, and they'll move you 1,000 miles in any direction. That's about his limit. But Bill's been in the group many, many, many years.
Yeah.
And Cat with Wilson Electric, if you need an electrician, we just got the best of every field. They're very strong professionals in every field.
Very strong professionals, yeah. So what else
we need a window washer, definitely a car detailer. There was a gentleman on the show before me a couple weeks ago, and I invited him to the tip, and he said he was going to come. He hasn't made it yet, but hey, first come, first serve. A car detailer, you got lots of professionals that drive their cars, like the realtor. They drive them around. They have to be in good shape and maintained on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So you're just looking for 30 customers that are going to, just go, hey, I can use your service. And they have family.
We don't really have a house painter, do we?
We don't anymore. The house painter, Paul Sept, he got so busy, he left. He just couldn't even show up to the meetings anymore.
Yeah.
So if you're somebody that wants to paint houses, and he was a green painter, which we would appreciate, is ecology minded. But if you're looking for some business, this is the place to be. But you got to show up. This isn't something you show up to, once a month. You have to be willing to come. And I've gone every Thursday, 7 o'clock to 8:30 for 30 years. I've missed some here and there, but I like to go. I don't like to miss.
It's fun. And this is your sales force.
Yeah.
These people are your sales people that are going out into their world and helping, promote your company too, if you come in. So it's definitely worth the morning, 1 hour?
Hour and a half. And we're always done at 8:30. We never go longer.
Yeah, it's all business. We just take care of business and then move on with our day.
I'm gonna take a shot at our LaTip creed, and you can help me with it. LaTip is a professional organization of men and women dedicated to the highest
Standards of competence and service.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And conflicts of interest are disallowed.
Yeah, our purpose is the exchange of business tips.
Exactly.
And 1 member from each category. That's all we're allowed. So if you join, depending on whatever your business is, you join, there's only going to be you in that profession. So you never have a competition within the LaTip chapter from anybody else.
Yeah.
And so that's, so we take a lot of care when you want to join. You have to come to several meetings and you're judged by the group and you listen to what you have to say and you get voted in, so. But I don't want to scare you from not trying to come.
Yeah, I mean, we just do our inspect and make sure that if you are a professional, you have a license, like, we have to bring in somebody who has a painting contractor's license. I don't think you need one for window cleaning, but
I don't think so.
we have a tree cutter guy that's phenomenal, will cut anything hanging over your house or what have you, and there's who's some of the other people in our group. I mean, we have several. There's a great
On money, man.
yeah
I know him.
yeah Ivor, he's great.
He's great. And
Yes.
he's our, I guess, what is his?
He's
category?
financial planner.
Financial planner, financial advisor.
Uh-huh.
And he's there and, yeah, it's, got a real good cross-section of people, but there are definitely some things that we need.
Yeah, we've got about 25 members, I think. And the magic number, when we get up into the 30s, 35, that's when money really flows.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's where tips flow, because, when you've got somebody like a realtor, and then she needs somebody to go in and do some major construction. We have a contractor in the group. We also have a Class C contractor with Brian. I don't know all that.
I think he's a residential contractor. He's limited to residential work. He's extremely good. I've used him for several years for different things. But we do need, I believe, a general, the licensed general contractor. And we, lots of things in the construction world, a lot of the different trades we can use right now. I mean, we're very well fixed for a plumber and for electrician and a residential contractor, but we need just about everything else in terms of the trades.
Somebody said we need a concrete contractor. Was that you or was that Greg?
No, but that would be good. I know,
Yeah.
Greg Jackson as a landscape contractor, he can do that kind of work. But if we had someone who is a dedicated concrete contractor, that would be excellent.
Yeah,
Uh,
florists for sure.
Definitely.
I mean,
flowers.
how many times are you in trouble and you need to get flowers
I need
before?
flowers every day, and I don't have anyone to call. I come home and I say, I'm sorry, honey, I forgot the flowers.
Yeah.
And it's bad. So yeah, you need flowers. And the other little tip chapters I've always been in or known, they've always had a florist. Florists seem to do well.
Yeah,
And yeah, that would be a good one to have.
yeah, I can tell you that over the years, and then, by the way, this is McCollum Wellness Radio. I'm not necessarily talking about my normal things today, so you may be a little confused, but I have a friend of mine, Bill Fisher, here, and he's an architect in town. He's been in business for many years, and we're just thought we should talk out into the community and talk about this group we're in called The Tip, which is a bunch of professionals that want to, or we hold ourselves to very high standards, and there's so many people in our group, one from each area, and we need more members. We want to see people do well, and you do well by the people you hang out with and the books you read, so they say, right? So you come hang out with incredibly bright people. We mentioned John Roddick before with APPI,
Yes.
and John is the kind of guy, he was actually
APPI is the pool man.
yeah, and he was going to Cal Berkeley for nuclear physics. He's a brilliant guy, but he's also mentored so many young businesses. I'm kind of one of those guys that's all over the board with what I do, but people would come in and they go, I'm not really sure what to do. And John would kind of coach them. This isn't even his job, but you're hanging out with people that go, I understand. Have you thought about doing this? Have you thought about doing that? So you're not alone as a business trying to get going out there. We just got the fireplace. Oh no, we got the new window group in, right?
Yes, we have the window company we have is excellent.
I don't know their name because they're so new.
I've got it written down, I forget, but yeah, they sell all kinds of high level windows. Yeah, so we're covered window wise. Sorry if you got a window.
Window, and we're also covered with advanced blind and shade that will cover them up for you.
Yeah.
We just got a great hauling guy in there. Do you have junk you want to get rid of?
The hauling, yeah, it's incredible. I can't say enough good about RJ Robeson. Who,
Yeah.
is our flooring guy, is a flooring installer. And, Site Outman,
Yeah,
how to
this-
pronounce the name of the
Yeah.
company, but RJ Roberson's the guy, I remember.
Samaya's floors
Somebody's,
on,
yeah, they're in Soquel.
on Old San Jose Road.
Up, yeah, take Porter, I guess, up there and
Yeah.
up there by Soquel High School. Anyway, they are incredible and they give you incredible personal service. RJ has literally installed hardwood floors like his whole life. You're dealing with people who are incredibly professional. And yeah, RJ is doing a job for me right now, really going the extra mile. I can't say enough good about that company and about RJ specifically.
Yeah,
And so, yeah, we have some really, really good people in the group.
his, the room, whatever it's called, the room you go in and look at everything they're doing.
Oh, yeah, they're, what do they call that?
Showroom.
Showroom.
You can
yes,
tell
yes.
Bill and I have been around on the planet for a little while. We have a hard time
Yeah,
remember some of these
minds-
words.
our minds- I need to go to the doctor and have him, do work on my mind.
Yeah, I'll put you on the laser. I
Yeah,
can help you.
Laser, God, you're gonna laser my mind?
Yeah, absolutely.
God, it's scary, sounds scary. I don't know.
So, and also, Happy House Interiors, Melanie,
That's right.
she's amazing.
Melanie the brand, she is an interior designer par excellence.
Oh my gosh, when she shows us what she does, it's just like eye candy. She's so amazing. And you ought to know this, a lot of times, I mean, you as an architect, you design what you do, but oftentimes homeowners or whoever think they can do it themselves, and a lot of us do things ourselves, but when you see what she's done to some of the houses that she's been working on, you just go, why would I do anything else? It's so pleasing.
She's excellent, and we have a business therapist.
Yes,
And we have a masseuse and acupuncturist.
Yeah.
Is she?
not a masseuse, but
not a masseuse,
acupuncturist,
She
yeah.
specializes in.
Neva Healer, she's amazing.
And she is.
And carpet cleaner, we have,
Yep. We have a good carpet cleaner.
uh-huh,
And so we have a lot in the group right now, but we need a lot of people. I'm thinking the whole, like I say, the physical gymnasium kind of stuff. I've been kind of looking at what we've had in the past in other groups and what we're lacking, and that's one thing. I mean, there's a lot of different groups that have a lot of different businesses around that do exercise and things like that. And we do need something like that in our group.
yeah, and one thing that Neva Healer had asked and she's the acupuncturist, she said a massage therapist, and I agreed, yes, we need a body worker, massage therapist, or personal trainer, somebody in that line, because, as a chiropractor, I work on keeping the spine healthy, handling chronic disease, but my specialty is not showing you how to work out at a gym. It's just not something that is the thing that I love to do. So we want people that are professionals in those areas to come in and help all of us. We're doing this for you and me, really, Bill, so we have more people we can get help from.
Yeah, good. Well, I really like the concept of bringing in the people in the beauty industry, because I think both Duncan and I could use it. I'm looking across the desk right now at Dr. Duncan, I think, more man, you, and then I realize I'm looking in a mirror at myself, I think, oh my God, I need some kind of beauty help.
Yeah,
And so that's a.
you're not looking too bad.
Well, thank you, thank
Yeah.
you. But yeah, we need to, that would be a good whole category of people that we could get into the group right now. I think that would be good.
Yeah, and so again, I'm just gonna say, this is Dr. Duncan McCollum. I have Bill Fisher here. We're with Tip Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
And we're talking about people that are looking for opportunity to build a business, increase the size of their business, hang with a whole bunch of professionals that are all doing really well in business. And find out from, you start to hang out and go, wow, these guys have some success principles. What can I do to help my office get busy or my business get more successful? And then we're always looking to learn from other people as well. We have, I've learned so much over the years by different members of the group, and I've been in the group over 30 years. So, it's amazing. And I still have patients coming in that were in the group 30 years ago.
You know, one thing we don't have is auto related.
Yeah, auto repair, that would be
Auto
great.
repair, tires,
Mhm.
everything having to do with cars, we don't have that, we don't,
We had it for a while. We did have the guy that owned the shop right there on Portola at the end, Portola and 38.
mhm.
That was great. He ended up getting a job working for Toyota. And so, but there's so much, you know, you got a business, we probably need you in our group.
Yeah, yeah.
Go to the Latip website, Latip Santa Cruz. You can contact Eugene on there. You can email Bill. How would you want them to contact you?
Well, they can contact me, can I give a phone number?
Sure, do whatever you want.
Yeah, my phone number is 831-246-0117. And it's just called William Fisher Architecture, probably find me in, we don't really have yellow pages anymore, do we?
Yeah, do you have a website?
Oh, yeah, we have a website, it's called modernarchitecture.com, and there's a hyphen, a dash between the words modern and architecture. Because, get ready for it, we put the dash in modern architecture, so it's modern-architecture.com.
Cool. We'll repeat that again a little bit later, and I'm Dr. Duncan McCollum. You can find me at my office in Capitola, 831-459-9990, and just, you know, say, hey, I heard the show, I'm interested in coming to the TIP meeting. Our next one is this coming Thursday at 7 o'clock, and if you you know, want to call one of us or get a hold of Eugene, find out about the website, you know, we'll give you know, we'd love to talk to you and find out whether or not you may be fit, and you know, have you come see what we're doing.
So you're freeway close, you're right there at, what, Claire's?
Yeah, I'm right on Claire's by
the
Trader
cheese-
Joe's.
You buy the cheese shop,
Correct.
which is one of our creations.
Oh, really?
We do some very large things, we do high-rise buildings, but we've also done very small things too. And like cheese shop is kind of right in the middle,
Yeah.
but the smallest job I've ever done was a backyard fence.
Huh.
For a couple of people, they needed a backyard fence, and for them, it was a big deal because the city required this drawing, you know, so I think I charged them $100 for this to create a little drawing that they could submit to the city for the backyard fence.
Did it get approved? Is the big
Oh, it got approved, yeah, absolutely, but it was interesting to me because as I'm leaving their house, I encountered their son, who was a fellow that had just started Santa Cruz Skateboards company, local boy, and very, I don't know if all of you people out there in Radio Land know about this, but skateboards used to use those little metal skates from roller skates.
Yeah, I remember it.
And this local guy invented something called a slime ball, which is with a kind of fat, kind of plastic wheel that's on every skateboard now. And then he started this company called Santa Cruz Skateboards. And you've all seen the round insignia that people have on their t-shirts and stuff, Santa Cruz Skateboards, and it's a world famous company. They work all over the world. They sell all kinds of things, of fashion items in every country in the world. Anyway, so I'm asking him, I say, you know, what do you sell? And I expected that he would say, oh yes, we sell sweatshirts and hats and of course skateboards and snowboards. And he said to me, he said, you know what I sell? I sell California. And I thought, okay, this is cool.
That's really a good story, you know, I mean, and talking about business, you know, really having a clear understanding of what you sell or I sell. I mean, I like to think that, you know, I'm promoting people's health. You know,
Yes.
sell could be not quite the right word, but you know, when you really love what you do, and obviously you do, and I love what I do, then it's like, how do we share this with other people? How do we make a positive impact? I know, you know, I work a lot with peripheral neuropathy these days, as you all know, out there on the radio link. And when you see somebody after 2 to 3 weeks come in and give you a big hug and say, thank you so much, and you see tears in their eyes because they can walk, that's what I'm in business for. That's why I go to work every day. And I'm sure when you create these beautiful things and somebody gets the key to their new house or their new constructed project, that's such a great feeling.
It's really, well, I'm very happy to know you and to over the years to have listened to you, because the thing that impresses me most about your show, Doctor, is all of the, technical things you can do for people, with your this various machinery and the lasers and stuff. But the thing that impresses me most about you is vitamin G, which you dispense out willingly to people, and that is the most powerful vitamin that I can think about. What is vitamin G?
Thank you for bringing that up. There's usually a couple bottles laying around here on the table, but
Yeah,
they got
it's a
consumed.
bottle. It's actually a
Yeah.
bottle.
Vitamin G, yeah, it is, it's called gratitude. It's 100% gratitude. And a good friend of mine, Ben Azadi, with the keto camp, he's the guy that started talking about it. He's a really good friend of mine. And I said, hey, can I borrow that phrase? And he said, sure, go for it. And he's on the East Coast, so I bottled it up, and we have bottles of gratitude. And it talks about, what to do, how to appreciate every morning, find 10 things that you're grateful for, find something to be grateful in other people, repeat often, and then all of the things, the chemicals and the chemical response that occurs in your brain when you express happiness or gratitude or thankfulness is amazing, versus anger and disharmony, which happens to be too rampant right now. So gratitude is great. Thanks for bringing that up.
Well,
anybody can come get a bottle for free at my
Well,
office.
correct me if I'm wrong, because this is what I learned through listening to you over the years, is that when you do make these mental changes, like you use your vitamin G gratitude capability as a human being, that actually sends out chemicals
Right.
in your body that actually physically changes your body and makes you healthy.
That's
mean,
correct.
So your thinking and your good thinking about the world can actually help to make you healthy. Is that, got that right?
Absolutely. Serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, the feel-good transmitters are created with happiness. We all know about stress and cortisol, and from all the last several years, when you have a lot of stress in your body, the feel-good transmitters are turned off. Cortisol's turned on, comes from your adrenal glands. It's a fight or flight mechanism. So you're constantly at battle. That's anger in your body, and it destroys joints and it destroys organs. So when you start to be able to practice gratitude, the good thing about it, and thanks for bringing it up and turning it back to health, because that's turns on the rest and digest part of the body, the feel-good transmitters that come out. And that's one of the biggest things about healing. It's not just about physical, but or chemical, because there's tons of toxins in the world. But what you can do with your brain by having gratitude every morning is really important.
I wanted to also to ask you this stem cell machine you've been talking. What is that?
Yeah, thank you. The TRT machine, or tissue regenerative therapy machine. It's called true lithotripsy. Litho means bone or stone. Tripsy means break apart. So the sound machine, it comes out at 3,358 miles an hour, and they used to use it to break up kidney stones. We've put a broader head on it, and it breaks up scar tissue, and it attracts your own stem cells to the area that we apply it to, and it's amazing. And my listeners know about it, but the cool thing is the laser that we now brought in hyper stimulates what's called the mitochondria within those cells. So the mitochondria is like the carburetor in your car. The lasers have been proven and cleared by the FDA to hypercharge your mitochondria, so give you super energy. It's like having a booster. And so if we bring stem cells to an area of injury with the TRT, and then we put lasers on it, it's just an amazing trifecta of what's happening in the body. So I'm so happy to be healing with sound and light now. It's pretty cool. Plus chiropractic.
But yeah, chiropractic, I'm still, if somebody's got a backache, and
yeah,
you deal with that too.
Well, it's the nervous system which controls every cell, organ, and tissue in your body. We're almost done, but we have 31 spinal nerves coming out of your spine, going to 75 trillion cells. So those 75 trillion cells make up organs and systems. There's 14 systems in your body: circulatory, respiratory, musculatory, those type of things. And anytime you have a lack of the brain's ability to communicate with any cell or any system, dis-ease occurs, which becomes disease, and then there's a medication for it. But what we do at our office is try to help the body's innate intelligence turn back on. So I always say the greatest physician that ever lived lived right beside of you. It's not my phrase, it comes down from Hippocrates and Socrates and all those guys, you know. So we know that all we have to do is get out of the way and get the toxins out of the way and the body will heal. So I'm constantly looking for ways to make that happen. But thanks for bringing that up and bringing it around to health for me.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's a science all in your own, it's in your own body and it's under. I mean, it's easy for us just to hang out in front of the refrigerator and keep eating chocolate, you know,
Yeah.
all day.
Mhm.
Or you can stand up and open your eyes and maybe take responsibility for your own health and your own life, I guess. And part of that is listening to Dr. Duncan.
Well, thank you. You know, it's like our life is supposed to be fun. You know, we're supposed to be create, be enterprising, and, you know, slide into the grave with, as a friend of mine says, even though I don't drink, but martini in one hand, chocolate in the other, sliding in, going, woohoo, what a ride. But, you know, we don't want to be careful to the grave, but we have to be smart. There's a time for everything. There's a time to enjoy the ice cream and the chocolate, but we've been taught to do it every day by the, you know, the media. And now we're one of the sickest countries in the world that's a whole discussion in itself. But your and my purpose here today is to help people become more successful in our area by learning about our LaTip group. Come join us if you want to find out about your category. Go to LaTipSantaCruz.com and see whether or not we need you.
Yeah, it'd be great to have you.
Yeah, and real quick, we got to tell us again what you've told me before on why you like to come to LaTip. What is it that brings you here?
Well, there's good grub.
Yeah,
In the
that's
morning.
true.
We have breakfast, actually, it's a breakfast.
Amazing restaurant.
But mainly we get to commune with our fellow business people, all very serious business people, and we're getting ready to go out and start our day on Thursday morning. And we get to give each other business tips.
Absolutely.
It's very valuable. And to me, again, it's like family.
Yeah. And all of you that listen to me, you know, I appreciate you guys very much. I love KSCO. But some of you maybe in the retired part of your lives, you might have family or friends or children that are trying to make it. You know, tell them about LaTip. If, you know, there's even in other cities, it's all over the world. It's international.
Yes.
So, but our chapter's been around for 30 plus years. And it's not going anywhere. It's an amazing way to grow your business and have friends for life. So we all need that. We all need support. And so Bill, tell them where to get a hold of you. And again, what your business is. We got
Well,
another minute left.
we're architects, and like most architects, we design buildings, but we design all kinds of things. Even if your backyard needs help, we'll design that. We'll design anything. And we've been doing it for believe it or not, 60 years. My first one was when I was 16 years old. So
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. Give your phone number again.
831-246-0117.
Thank you all. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
You to the dark.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Let me turn this off first. I think that was going crooked the whole time. Won't be the first.